Guess who's here?
I'm here. Hello.
Yes.
How we doing?
Great. Now
Life's
that you're
good.
here. My co-host
Is this weird at all now
here.
that we kind of have an audience?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
That's
have an
weird.
audience member in the house, but yeah. I don't know if she has her headphones on, so she might not hear us.
Yeah. Or she might just be ignoring us. But
Uh-huh.
we have so much to catch y'all up on.
So many things.
Like, it's not even funny.
All of the things. Yeah. Let's turn this up a little bit. Yeah. Cool.
All right, so before we begin, let's just knock out the intro. Like, we got to get that out the way.
Oh,
so
like-
y'all can know where to find us.
First of all, go check us out on Instagram or TikTok at mike.mo.show
Yes.
or YouTube at the Mike and Mo Show. Send us a like, subscribe, hit the button, DM us, all of those things. Give us all the love. You can find us on YouTube, as we said, or Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Everywhere, really.
Everywhere. We don't miss. We go everywhere.
Yes, yeah, we sharpshooters.
Sharpshooters, are we?
Anywho.
Love it.
All right, so I'm just so excited.
So many things. What do we start with? All right, the Mike and Mo.
know.
We need to talk about that first. That's important.
Okay. Do we feel like
Right?
they deserve it?
Say that again?
What are you talking about?
The title,
I
like the
know.
backstory
Do you
behind
feel
the
like
title.
they deserve it?
I think they do.
You guys ready for it?
We've had it. We've confused enough people at this point that I
Yeah.
feel like it's time.
I've had so many people be like,
Yes.
"What is the Mike and Mo
Yeah.
show? Like, what's happening?"
They're like, did you change your name? Like,
Right.
how'd you come up? What is going on here?
Literally, people are like, "Do people call you that? Do people call you Mo?" And I'm like, "No, no one's ever called me
No,
that."
but people do now. People who
Yeah.
don't know you,
yeah,
but know me, they're like, oh yeah, that's Mo. Like my parents
Yeah.
think your name is Mo.
yeah. Whenever I'm like, "Oh, like such and such is coming over," they're like, "Wait, who?" And I'm like, "Mike," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
We have alter egos.
Yes, we do. Okay.
So the backstory though, go for it.
Okay, so when we were
It was
coming
your
up,
idea.
it was. Oh yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
was. I always have the good ideas. Anyway, but yeah, so when we were coming up with the podcast idea, I can't hear my delay, by the way. So
Oh,
I
you
need this
can't?
to
It's
be
out?
turned down. No,
You need to
it's
turn it down?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
It's annoying too much.
don't mind me. But yeah, so I was like, should we like make this show with our real names? And I was like, I don't know, that doesn't really sound like, it's not catchy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then we were just trying to figure out what the name of the podcast should be. And we like, shot some ideas out there. And I was like, wait, what's your middle name?
And it's not Michael
It's-
technically.
yeah.
It is kind of like David is my middle name,
Right.
but I was a good little Catholic boy growing up.
Before he met, his little heathen friends. But yeah.
Before I met my heathen friends. So in the Catholic Church, when you get confirmed, you take on a saint, a patron saint, and then that like tacks onto your middle name. So now my middle name is like David Michael. So M Michael Monique,
Yeah. So my middle name is Monique.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's
so then
it.
I was like, wait, we can make it the Mike and Mo show. Because then we thought, didn't we say like Michael and Monique? But I was like, that's too long. And
Michael
that's too
Monique.
like formal. Like we were like,
Yeah.
let's like, give it a nickname,
Right. Remember what you wanted it to be originally? It was like just winging it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another side story. I started like making a content page called Just Winging It and a Twitter
Oh,
and
you did?
everything. Yeah, I didn't tell you that. We have a
You
lot
did
to
not
catch
tell
up
me
on.
that.
Yeah, no.
Wait, recently you started doing
Yeah.
this? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
So, yeah, sorry.
Big news.
Yeah.
Announcement.
Surprise, surprise. Don't look it up. It's not ready yet.
We have an announcement. Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh,
I just wanted to use the megaphone. You know me, I love the sound effects.
Yeah, he brought it
Um,
all the way up here to Michigan, by the way. Okay, we got to get into that. Okay, wait. Let's wrap up the
this up.
story. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just so excited. I'm all over the place. Like, you don't understand. All right, so yeah, that's how we came up with the Mike and Mo show because we just felt like, we have our professional careers and maybe we shouldn't be putting our whole government name
Right.
out there in the streets and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Plus, we were saying, like, if we make it big, we want to know who our true friends are.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm walking down the street and they're like, oh my goodness, Mo, I know that you don't know me because
Yeah.
you think my real name is Mo.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah. All good things.
Yeah.
Said it well.
yeah.
For
So
sure.
that's
But
Mike and Mo
anyways,
show.
we have been accused of being disingenuous and lying to you all.
Who accused us?
I don't know.
Oh,
Not
okay.
really. But anyways, we just wanted to, tell the
Clarify
people
that.
because people were asking and wondering.
Yeah,
So
they
there it
were.
is.
Literally last night I had somebody ask me like, wait, do people call you Mo? And I was like, no. He was
Nobody
like,
does.
oh. And I was like, yeah. But anyway.
But you look like a Mo, though.
Do I?
Yeah.
You could be a Mike.
I could be a Mike.
But, okay, so are we going to say our real names, though?
I don't know. Are we? Should we
Fuck
still
it.
keep that anonymous?
No, we dragged it out
Okay.
long enough.
Hi, I'm
Like,
Nick.
Hi, I'm Kyla.
There we go. Now everybody knows.
Yeah. But you look like,
Yay.
doesn't he look like a Mike, too? He could be a Nick or a Mike.
Okay, but I feel like Nick and Mike are just basic white boy names. You know, they're kind of interchangeable.
I was going to say that, but.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
gonna say
like,
that.
there's so many dudes named Mike and named Nick.
Nicholas,
Yeah.
Michael. Do you ever get called Nicholas, though?
Only by people, particularly women in my life who
Ooh.
know me really well and who are usually upset with me or angry.
I hope
My
somebody's
mama-
listening over there. But we'll also get into that in a minute.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So that's when Nicholas comes out.
Oh.
But anyways, that's that.
I'm going to call
Mike
you
and Mo.
Nicholas
You're gonna call me Nicholas? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound fun.
when you late. To,
When I'm late?
Yeah, the podcast.
Anywho.
Yeah, so that's that.
All right, that's that. And next topic?
Yes.
I'm in Michigan.
Yeah, so what the fuck is he doing here, right? That's what I'm saying. So, you know, just to recap, I was in training in Alabama. He lived in Florida, right? And I mean, but we were
Which-
only like an hour apart.
Where we lived in Florida for the last couple years is right next to Alabama.
Like literally, like if you take the wrong exit or if you miss your exit, you're in Alabama.
Yeah, and if any of y'all are Kenny Chesney fans, the Floribama bar that he sings about, that's like right there.
Yeah,
It's
right.
super hype. You guys should check it out.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were doing episodes down there when we first started. Like on the weekends, I would drive over and like you came to Mobile once and, you know, we would get together and record an episode. But obviously I was only there for like a few months. So then I'm here at my unit in Michigan and we've been doing the episodes like, you know, virtually and they've been okay. Like it's a struggle. Like, you know,
It's not the same.
It's not.
Not the same.
It's not.
As we all learned in
but-
COVID, virtual meetings are not
Yeah.
the same as real meetings.
Exactly.
We made it work.
Yeah, we be doing a damn thing. And if you haven't checked out those episodes, go check them out. But yeah, so how did this even like happen? Like it just happened so quick too. You realize this
Yeah.
was like last week when everything
Oh
popped
yeah.
off, right?
No, literally like 7 days ago. Absolutely.
Oh,
So
you've been keeping count.
you, what?
You've been keeping count.
I mean, it's easy math. A week is 7 days, right?
Okay, don't get smart with me. Don't make you trying to make me seem stupid.
So, but when you were back in Alabama, you were living in the barracks.
Yes.
So when you were coming over on the weekends, you had some mail sent to my house because you were like
Yes, I
living in a
did.
trash barracks and I
Yeah.
had a home.
Yeah.
So mail was coming to my place.
Yep.
But then she ended up moving back up here to Michigan.
Right.
Mail was still coming to my place. So
Michael, but he didn't tell me that though.
yeah, like 2 months passed.
I was like, wait, he was, oh, by the way, like we were FaceTiming or something. And you were like, oh, by the way, there's a package for you. I said, what? Why? Like, and I'm like, I don't even remember ordering anything else. Like, I swear I took all my things and went to Michigan. So I was like, what is it? And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, I don't know what it is. Do I want him to open my mail? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be some wild shit up in there. So like, maybe not. So I was like, well, I was like, I didn't want to ask you to ship it. Granted, I would just pay you back, but it's still like annoying.
Still annoying. It's a
Yeah.
hassle. Yeah.
So then I am so fucking smart, y'all. Let me tell you something. So we had at my unit, we have a new pilot coming up, right? And one of my friends who we went to flight school together, but like we never really hung out like that, like, you know, not often, but I was cool with her. And we'll call her Michelle.
Michelle.
We're gonna
okay.
keep her
We're
name
gonna
under wraps.
Love
'cause,
that.
You know?
That's funny. But
Yes.
all right, we can go.
But
with
yeah,
it.
so I'm like, oh, we have a new pilot coming to my unit next week. Can you just give it to her, and then she can give it to me when she gets here? And I was like, she's
Because
so
she
cool.
was literally about to leave
Like
2 days after.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. So another side story, we recorded an episode, but it was kind of funny because Mike and I were in a spot.
We were talking
in a
about our
weird
dating lives.
We were talking about dating again, and I was talking my shit, and you were saying some stuff too, and then all of a sudden things switched real quick.
Yep. It's funny how things can change
So quickly.
in an instant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Life comes at you fast, kids.
it does. So bend your knees and get ready,
Bend your knees
because you never know. It'll knock you down sometimes. But yeah.
or build you up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Cute or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I was like, can you give it to Michelle and she'll just bring it up here? And then he was talking about how like Mike is a stud. We all know that. Like, why the fuck is he single? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I gotta help him out. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to.
Mo is a good wing woman.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be the best man at his wedding. But we can't have a wedding until we get him a wife, right? So I'm like, oh, Michelle. I'm like, actually, she's pretty awesome, by the way. Like, I'm just, throwing it out there. Like, she's single and she's cute. She's cute as fuck. She's smart. She's intelligent. She's a pilot. Like, you know what I mean? She has a good job. She has the cutest little dog, my niece. Yeah.
And I had known of her because we were all in training together at the same time, same squadron. Yeah. So I knew who she was, had seen her around. She was always that cute girl, in the ready room before we were about to go out and fly. But we had never met.
You had a woman too, kind of, and she was
in the past, right? You know what I mean? Like, we were both in relationships like months ago. Yeah,
exactly. So
timing.
Yeah, exact timing.
It's all about timing,
right? So yeah. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna text her and see if she can go get the package. And I was like, honestly, you should try to link up with her and see how it goes. And it went. It went like. Woo-wee.
Love at first sight, y'all.
Yeah. So you take over from there.
I mean, we don't need to get in the nitty gritty, but essentially we met and hit it off immediately. And 7 days later, here I am in Michigan visiting her. And just so happened that Kyla lives here too, Mo. And we're doing an episode.
So he's not even here for me though.
No, I'm not at all.
He said, that's my new baby girl. And I'm coming to Michigan. I'm like, well, how about you swing by my place and we get an episode in for the people.
And I was like, all right, we can spare a couple hours.
Right. He was like, but I got to get back to her. But yeah, so that's that. So it's kind of convenient. So you might see him up here more often when he's visiting Michelle. Then he'll come see me.
A lot more in-person shows.
Yeah, so it's a good time.
That'll be good.
But yeah.
So life's good.
He's living life. He's having a great time. He owes me, y'all.
You, though, have also been having a great time. Do you want to talk about that at all?
I'll go into it a little bit because, we're going to tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Yeah. So it's funny because, again, in the last episode, I was talking about how, like, I don't really want to go on, like, those dating apps.
She didn't need a man. She was all good. She was minding her business.
Yeah,
we were talking about being out in the streets, and you were like, nope, I'm just window shopping from my car.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I decided to get out the car and go in the store.
She got out the car. She's up in the street.
No.
You went in the store. I went in the store
and I was like, what's going on over here? But yeah, so I've just been like, because again, like I'm new here to Michigan. I don't know anybody. Like now I have Michelle here, so that's cool. Like we can kick it, whatever. But, I want to hang out now. Like I'm pretty much done like setting up my house and everything.
The house looks hella cute too. She's got a nice place.
Yeah.
She's done good. She's done real good.
Thank you.
But
yeah, so I was like, well, I'm kind of done like settling in. I need to go out and meet people and stuff like that. So I started meeting people and it's been a good time. It's been a good time. Yeah, so we'll see. I got to do that for myself because my friends don't hook me up with, people like that I do. So,
wait, I've definitely tried to hook you up.
With, I was like, with who? And I was like, well, never mind. We'll talk about this later. I don't think you have, though.
I mean, to be fair, there haven't been a lot of...
Okay, but then don't say that you tried, though. Like, either you did or you didn't.
No, but I have. But there just haven't been a lot of contestants that would, like, work out well yet.
If there was... Like, anybody who you've hooked me up with. Like, anybody who I've, like, was hanging out with, I did that. Exactly.
There's got to be something.
You never did a thing. No.
All right, well, then I guess I owe you. Yeah. All right, I owe you big.
But I also still owe you that drink.
Oh, all right. We can call it even now.
We're good.
We're officially even. Cheers to that. We're doing it live.
I gotta be careful. This thing is so heavy.
Yeah, that thing's a beast. Yeah. Is that the one you got winging?
Yes.
Very fancy. All the new pilots get fancy dancy mugs.
I feel like a child because I have to hold it with two hands. I'm like.
Do you drink out of that too, like booze?
No.
Just coffee?
Yeah.
I feel like that's way too excessive for coffee. You should definitely have a beer.
Alcohol in it though?
Yeah.
Oh, beer?
That was made for beer. Was it not?
Probably. Yeah. I have a bunch. I'll do better. Anyway. But yeah, so that's
here we are.
That. Yeah. Oh, by the way, so the package, these heifers were so in love and
you totally forgot about the package.
I'm like, I'm glad y'all linked up. I'm glad y'all like each other. Where's my package at? Like, is it being delivered to Michigan or not? Like, cause remember why we're here, everyone. Like, you know what I mean? So.
And it's hilarious too, because, we're opening it though.
Yes.
So this package though was, again, this was the reason why me and Michelle met.
Yes.
But I ended up flying up here and actually saw Mo before she even got the package. Which is
Wait, so you never gave Michelle the package ever?
No, I did. She just had it in her car.
Oh, okay.
But like, I obviously saw you the other day, and we hadn't given you the package yet, which is just hysterical.
They are so
funny.
annoying. I'm like, all y'all do is care about yourselves and each other. What about like, if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't even really know each other like that. So let's open the package
so
up.
we're gonna
Let's
open
see.
the We're gonna see.
Let's see what started it all. And I really
This
don't
is
know
great.
what it is, and I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, what if it's something embarrassing? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
this is exciting. Wait, do we have a drum roll?
oh,
No, we don't have a drum roll, do we? Dang, how do we not have a drum roll?
do it yourself. Just
There we go. What is it?
Amazon
Amazon-
$20 gift card. Look at
Really?
God.
Why'd you get that in the mail?
Oh, it looks like when I ordered an LED light. So
Uh-huh.
for the show, we ordered like a ring light
Yeah.
to make us look even better, even though we look great. And I don't know. I didn't return it. I still have it upstairs. I
They
don't
just
know.
gave you a free $20 gift card.
Yeah, it says thanks for your purchase and support. A $20 Amazon e-gift card once.
So really, it's Amazon that we should be thanking, not you.
No.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just
I
kidding.
want to shout out at the wedding. Just kidding. I'm gonna catch the bouquet. I'll be your flower girl.
With the flower girl?
Yes.
Okay. That works. That adds up.
In my big age.
Your big what?
My big age.
Big age. I wonder what the oldest flower girl in history is.
It would be me.
It'd be you?
Yeah.
25 years of age, 26,
You
whatever
don't
you
know
are.
how old I am. You are the fakest
No, I knew you.
friend
No,
ever.
that. All right. I know you're 25, but I said
I'm
that.
not 25. I'm 26.
Wait, you're 26 now?
You were at my birthday.
Oh my God. I'm
You
a terrible
suck.
friend. I'm a terrible
I
friend.
find you
I'm
a
sorry.
whole white
I'm
like,
sorry.
and then
I apologize.
I invite you into
That's
my
on me.
home.
That's on me. You did. You
I gave-
housed
I
me.
gave
You
my
fed
coffee
me.
this
You
morning.
caffeinated me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I owe you big now. This is not good. She's gonna definitely
should
take advantage
probably
of
end
this
the
for
episode. No,
a
I'm just
long.
I'm petty like that, so I'll bring it up.
Yep, she'll bring it
Yeah,
up for
yeah, I
years, probably until we die. Honestly,
Probably.
we'll be old and gray recording episodes of Mike and
In the
Mo, and
nursing
you'll be like,
home.
hey, remember that time I hooked you up?
Right, exactly. And you ain't even know how old I was. Anyway.
No, yeah.
All right,
okay,
so we've been
that
all
makes
over
sense.
the place. Like, what are we
Yeah, we have been all over the
actually
place.
coming here to talk about, though?
The topic of today's show was going to be childhood.
It was.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about how our childhood experience was, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, and
Yeah.
then how we're going to translate that onto our future children someday,
Yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah.
right? Because we all had childhoods, right? If you're
Everybody
you know,
was a child. Yeah.
everybody was
That's
who's
what
still
comes
alive was a child at some point, so it's
Yeah.
very relatable. You know, everybody can relate,
First. Yes, you ugly.
but we all had varying childhoods, right? We all come from
Yeah.
different backgrounds, different upbringings. We had different parenting styles impressed
Mm-hmm.
upon us. Or if you didn't have parents, that was obviously probably a big part of your life.
yeah.
And childhood is, you know, when you get molded into who you are. And so
yeah.
if it was, you know, if you had a bad artist sculpting the clay, then you might have turned out a little fucked up,
Yeah. A little raggedy.
a little raggedy. But we think we turned out all right.
Yeah. We're all
Yeah,
right.
We did pretty good. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
All right. Yeah.
So what was
Shout
your childhood like? Happy, sad?
out.
best
It was
memory,
pretty chill.
worst
Like
memory?
it was great. We lived in this house that my parents still live in. So like I love that. My family was always around. My grandma lived in the next town over. My uncle lived like all my uncles lived close, and like I mean I had friends growing up in like elementary school and stuff, but
Yeah.
my family was always at the house though. You know what I mean? So like even if you know how drama happens at school, like I
Yeah.
always had my family to come home to,
Mm-hmm.
and it was always a big party over there. Like you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's I mean we had like the pool at my house, and my dad is like he used to be like the cook of the family too, so like he was always like chefing it up and stuff, and holidays. So it was really
You guys
good.
were always like the spot to be.
Our house is
Yeah.
always the spot, which is like why I want that for myself. But obviously, like I don't know anybody in Michigan, so I can't like.
Girl, by the
make
time you have
this
kids, you're gonna
vibe.
know lots of
Yeah,
Look at you. You're already making
listen.
friends. Left and right.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I was just growing up, like really chill, like no like, you know, negativity really.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just truly blessed, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean
So
that's
what's
like summary.
what's like a very fond memory of your childhood that you have?
The cookouts, I would say.
Cookouts,
Like
yeah.
I remember like I had birthday parties in the backyard. The backyard is like a solid size, and like we had the pool and everything. We had a huge deck. And I just remember like the food was great, and I just like parties. I love just family. Like I'm very family oriented, so like
like
that,
to entertain.
yeah, exactly. Like, and I mean, it sounds so basic. Like some people are like, that's it. Like,
No,
but
right?
it was just nice. You know what I mean? Like you don't realize, you don't appreciate it as much. And now that I'm on my own, I'm like, dang, I kind of like, miss the good times.
You miss it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it also makes you appreciate too, I think, like how hard it is to cultivate that kind of environment. Like how hard it is for like a relationship to work, like a marriage to work, to where you can create a home that's filled with love and that's conducive to spreading love, right? And having a lot of other people come in there, like friends and everything, and just making an environment that's that kind of way. It's not easy.
I know. Yeah.
So definitely, I don't think my experience was as similar as yours. Like my parents loved to host and entertain everything, but growing up where I grew up, it was a small town, so everybody kind of like lived in their own little sparse neighborhoods with a lot of land and stuff. So there wasn't like a community block party or anything like that a lot. But my parents were great, very loving, and I had a good childhood for sure. So
like, did you hang out with your family a lot though? Like,
so
your
we always
and stuff,
we have a lot of extended family that we're super close with, so we would always do family events and stuff. And when you're a teenage kid, sometimes you don't want to do those. You rather just go hang out with your friends because like that's what you think's cooler to do. But looking back on it now, and especially the older you get, the more perspective you have. So you realize not a lot of people had a close family, not a lot of people had big family events, and you get more appreciative. Wow, that word is hard. Appreciative of it.
There we go.
When you get older. So looking back on it, I'm super happy that I had a lot of family and a lot of family events and things like that. But I was a brat about it sometimes, for sure.
So is that what you want? Like, is that, because I know for me, that's what I want. But obviously with the military, I plan on making this a career. And so I would like hope that I get married and have kids before my career, like, before I do my 20 years or whatever. Yeah. But, so like, it's going to be hard for me, like with traveling and all that stuff. But like for you, you might be heading out eventually, like sooner than me at least.
Out of the military, yeah.
Is that a goal of yours? Like, do you want to move back to
I have no idea where I'm going to end up. That's honestly up in the air. Obviously, going back to Ohio is enticing for just because family's there, but that's really the only reason, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love Ohio. Love being from Ohio. Go Bucks always. But it's hella cold there, like it is here. And the cold gets old.
Are you a Florida boy now? Like, you're officially a Florida boy?
I don't know about that. Like, I can still hang in the cold. Yeah. But I'm definitely not as hard as I used to be.
Yeah. I agree. Like, literally, the temperature dropped here the other day, and I was
like, there was frost this morning up here.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You didn't see that? There was frost, like, on the roofs. And
oh, shit. I didn't go outside.
No, it got below freezing last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me tell y'all something. And I think that affected my water heater. And I was going to actually tell you this.
Ooh.
Because this is a side note. We just needed a conversation real quick. My water heater, the water was not hot. And I was like, oh, hell no.
What water?
The shower.
Oh, this morning?
The sink and stuff like that. And it's funny because the house warranty people, I gave them a call. And they're like, supposed to insure your appliances. And they were like, you need to sign up for this tonight just in case your appliances break. And I'm like, what are the odds? I literally was like, the odds of something breaking now and between tomorrow morning when I call you back are very slim. So I'm not signing up tonight. And they like got mad and hung up on me. And that was very rude. But and then the fucking water heater went out and I was like, ooh.
They probably cut your lines or something.
They probably did. I was like, those fuckers. But yeah, so that was that. But
wait, so how old is your water heater though? Do you know?
I don't remember.
It's not like new though?
It's not new, but it's not old. Okay. I like the fact sheet when you buy a house. It tells you. I have to find it. It's probably in that drawer right there. But
I mean, we can go look too. It usually has a date on it.
It's funny because I was gonna hit you up last night and be like, so again, he knows house stuff. He's such a young gentleman and very knowledgeable, but he was busy with baby girl. So I didn't want to interrupt.
Hang on. I was not just busy with baby girl. We had dinner plans and you bailed.
Well, excuse me.
You can't even call me out.
What
we had these plans all week long. We were like scoping out restaurants.
Y'all have each other now. Like, don't act like y'all care about me.
No, it was supposed to be. It was a communal event. No. It was a communal event. We were all supposed to have dinner, and then you bailed.
Okay. You know why I bailed? Because I was busy. I was on a date because I have to find myself a nice young specimen since you're not doing your job. You know, like,
Well,
you're not
okay,
trying to
but
hook
if
me
you would
up.
have came to dinner, we went out after. I could have helped you out then. We could have scoped some out.
It was too late. I only go on one date per day, so a homie earlier in the day. And no,
I don't think that's true.
no.
That's not true. You definitely double dip.
Whatever. First of all, mind your
Exposing me
business.
right now.
You are. It's crazy because last week when you was single and living your best life, nobody was saying nothing to you. But now that I'm over here trying to handle my business, trying to find my son a stepfather, you want to get crazy.
All right, sorry.
I'm just trying to
we'll
give.
scratch it. We'll scratch it.
Yeah, scratch that. I'm just trying to give him a good life. He needs a father figure.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Every young man needs a father.
Exactly.
Sure.
So
Anywho, let's circle back to childhood.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Where were we at with that?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, like, so you don't know if you want to stay in Ohio, and I mean,
Yeah.
now things could change. Like, you just never know. So
Right. What are your? I mean, I know you said you want to make a career out of this. You don't really have the ability to plan specifically, but in an ideal world, what would you like to provide for your future unborn children? Like, what kind of environment? Do you want to move them around? Do you want to have them stable? Do you want to be strict with them? Do you want to, like, let them get away with bloody murder?
I don't know. Okay, so you asked a few questions. The first one is, I don't want them to move around. Like, I really loved how I grew up in the same neighborhood, and just, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. At least because I did grow up in the same neighborhood, but then I eventually did break off and expand. I feel like it is important to, like, get out there. And we talked about that in the travel episode or some other episode. But anyway, I want that for them. But again, with my job, obviously they're going to be moving around with me every, like, 4 years or so whenever I get stationed. So, but I think I'm going to try to make it a positive thing, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and like you said, like, it doesn't have to be family. Like, I can build relationship with friends. Like, it takes a village. So when I go to my next unit, I can make friends, and then they can help me with the kids, and we can hang out. Like, you know what I mean? No, it's not blood, but it's at the end of the day, like, it's
No,
just,
but that's a good thing about the military, right? Is
Right.
everybody's in the same boat. We're
Yeah.
all, most of us are not living where we're from.
Right,
Everybody's
exactly.
a transplant. We know the deal. We're all moving around. So, like, my dad was in the military when I was
Right.
young, so I moved around a ton. I moved
Look at you.
6 times
Right.
by the time I was 12. Right. Turned out only slightly weird. But it was a good experience, I think. It was really hard. There were a couple moves where, like, me and my sister threw a fit and we're crying.
Oh,
I remember, like,
yeah.
when we moved to DC, our first week of school, our parents were, like, sitting. We had, we always made family dinner a priority, which another thing I kind of didn't like as a child, but now I appreciate, and I definitely want to keep that
You didn't
going.
like family dinner?
Well, again, I was like,
What a brat.
no, it's not that I didn't like family dinner, but as, like, a teenage boy, sometimes it's like, oh, I just want to go hang out with my friends or
Yeah.
go
Maybe eat in my room and play my video game. Or,
I don't know, something, right?
Yeah.
I was just a brat, but no, I appreciate family dinners. But anyways, we were sitting at dinner, right? And I remember me and my sister just start crying because we're like,
Aw.
we don't know anybody and it's a new place, like all that stuff. And I
Yeah.
got to imagine that was really hard for my parents to see their
Yeah.
kids there, like, crying
Like,
because
damn.
of, moving. But
Yeah.
looking back on it, it makes you tough and
Yeah,
it
it
makes
does.
you adaptable and it makes
Right.
you
Social. You kind of have to be
yeah.
social. Or
You have to
else,
be social,
you know?
right? And then back to the military point, usually wherever you are, there's other military families
Right,
too, and
yeah.
other people in your same boat. So, like you said, it takes a village.
Right.
We have so many good friends that we
All
met
over,
in the
yeah.
military that were, like, stationed at different points along my dad's
Mhm.
career with us that we still keep in contact with.
Yeah.
And, like, they had kids the same age as me and my sister, and my sister just went last year over to Europe to visit one of these family friends of
Oh,
ours
really?
that live in Europe now. Yeah, so cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'll work out.
That's what I'm saying. It'll work out. It'll be fine. But yeah. And then you asked another question. Am I going to be strict? And we kind of talked about this. Like, again, my dog, Max, his real name is Coda. We already talked about
Wait,
this.
Max?
Maximilian. That's his middle name.
Oh,
Mike,
right.
Mo,
'cause
Maximilian, Michelle.
yep.
Everybody gets an M name.
All the M names.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
My parents swore, like, oh, she's gonna be like, she's military, like, she's gonna be like making them march around. They're just gonna be so strict. Like, I got a dog, which is not a child, but, like, you know what I mean. That's my son. I just be letting him, like, I just love him so much. That's my baby. So
Let
like,
him get away with a lot.
but he's so cute. I can't help it. And so, hopefully, I think this is good practice though. Like, hopefully, when I have children, I will get myself together and be like, hey, tighten up. Like, you know what I mean? But they're probably gonna be cute. You know what I mean?
They'll probably be cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, oh,
They'll
you
be
didn't
like,
mean
"Oh,
it."
mom, no.
Right. I'm like, it's okay, baby.
When you this is fun. Me and Michelle were talking about this the other day too. Did you ever get soap in your mouth as a kid?
I was talking about children. I was like, ooh.
Well, yeah, that too. But
Hey. No, we don't do that. I just feel like I've
No?
never heard of. Was Michelle doing that?
no, my parents did. Yeah,
know.
she was surprised too.
I think it's not.
It's not necessary. I'm
Black
exposing my
folk
mom
don't put
right
soap
now.
in their baby's mouths. Like, I'm just gonna say it that way. Like, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, that's not like you
Yeah.
probably. If you come from a black household, most likely you're getting spanked or you're getting that look like tighten the fuck up, or else you will get
Did you get
backhanded.
spanked then?
I got a handful, like
Yeah.
literally a handful, like, but I wasn't that bad. I was a good child for the
Yeah.
most part. Yeah.
But you
so
still
you never
did.
got spanked. You just
No,
got
I got
soap in your mouth?
spanked. I got
Ooh.
spanked. I got soap
But
in my
like
mouth.
spanked or like
Yeah, like bend
boom.
over. Here's the belt.
Ooh, yeah, me too.
And my dad always told me how his dad like legitimately whipped him with a belt when he was a
Ooh,
kid.
Lord.
Yeah, my papa, my dad's dad, is like the sweetest old man now, and he's so nice. But he definitely has a switch that is just temper turned up all the way to 10.
I mean,
and I feel like it
hey.
was probably worse when he was a father, like in his younger years. And my dad just, he always told me growing up, he's like, when I was your age, my dad whipped me with the belt. Like all this. He always
Go
tried to
get the
scare me.
switch.
Yeah. So I only got it a couple times. Yeah, I never got spanked
yeah,
that
we weren't
much.
bad. But are you gonna whoop your kids, or are you gonna put soap in their mouth, or?
I don't think soap is necessary.
I was gonna say, unless you say a curse word, which
Like,
when
I
I
still-
did curse,
my
I
mom-
got whooped too.
Yeah, my mom hates swearing, and she's the one who put soap in my
You
mouth
didn't
when I was
tell
a
me
kid.
that. I would stop swearing on the show.
Oh no, but like
I'm
I swear all the
sorry.
time too. Every time I
Oh,
go
okay,
home,
cool.
she still gives me shit for it.
All right.
Like
Look at you just
every
cussing.
time. Yeah, I know.
We're
sorry.
sorry.
Sorry, mom. But yeah, she tried her darndest, and it didn't take. So sorry, mom.
The military
Yeah.
didn't help though, because you know we cuss
Being
all
in
the
the Navy,
time.
swear like a sailor.
Yeah, for
you
real.
know?
So you gonna whip your kids or not?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not like opposed to it, but I don't know.
It's not something you plan on doing. I feel like, you know what I mean. Like, it's not something like I'm gonna
Yeah.
whoop them. Like, hopefully my kids don't ever need to be disciplined, and obviously at some point they're gonna need to be disciplined,
Right.
like they're children. But I don't
I
think
feel
people be
like-
like, I'm gonna do this, like, you know.
Yeah, it's obviously I'm not a parent, so I don't know how hard it is to be a parent yet, but I feel like you really got to just put a lot of effort into making them understand why something is wrong, and then
Yeah.
also taking away something from them that they actually care about and value.
Yeah.
Because spanking, you can just be a brat about and like get through the
Yeah.
pain, and
yeah.
then
yeah, I was
there's
about to say,
nothing
especially
lasting.
if your kid's like a champ, they're gonna take it on the
right.
chin.
Yeah, right. My man raised no bitch.
right. Gonna be bucking at you. I'm like,
So, like, my parents always took away my phone, which that hurt. That was a really strong
It hurt,
motivator because,
yeah.
you know, your phone is your lifeline as a high school kid.
Mm.
So, that one, you know, things like that, though, there's more tactical ways of going about
Yeah.
it, I think. But I don't know. It's not like I'm opposed to it. I don't think, like, spanking is like child abuse. So.
yeah, no. I mean, depending on how you do it, obviously, but I'm assuming we're on the same
Yeah.
page about the way to go about it. Like, you know what I
Sure.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think blood should be shed or like, you know,
No.
welts should be present.
No.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Do you feel like you're gonna be the disciplinarian? I guess because your dad kind of was. I mean,
Yeah.
your mom did the soap thing, but I feel like your dad was the whooping.
My
dude.
my mom could throw down too, but dad was still the ultimate
Yeah.
like buck stop with him. It was still like
Yeah.
wait till your father gets home.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it was in my house.
Yeah. Like
So
when my
it's-
dad was on deployment, I definitely
You
Took
knew,
advantage of my mom a little
yeah.
bit,
He said, I'm
yeah.
gonna be out. No, fuck them street lights. I'm gonna be out till
my
whenever.
mom, God bless her, she had to deal with it was like
Like
almost a year and a
knucklehead.
half of our childhood that my dad was gone for.
Aw, yeah. So I mean, she did, like you said, she did her darndest.
She did the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. We'll see. Like, probably I just kind of put that on the husband to kind of be the disciplinarian. But I do think it's important
Okay.
that both parents, you know what I mean? Because like otherwise it'll be like, I hate dad. Dad's the scary when mom's, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't be like that. Your child should equally respect, like, you know, both people. So
Should be a team, right?
yes, we should just jump, like, you know, if you have a child, just jump them with your spouse or, you know. And then that way they will, like,
Jump
equal it.
what?
Yeah.
What are you
I'm saying
saying?
like if dad is always the one that gives you whoopings and you think mom is like easy, no, me and your father are gonna jump you because now you gonna
You
respect
keep
both of
saying
us.
jump you though. Like you're losing
No, I'm
me.
just kidding. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah. So what else about your childhood did you like? Like, well, you talked about family dinner. So like,
Yeah.
at least for me, how we grew up is like my sister and I, we would come home and my grandma would watch us, which I loved. Like my grandma and I were like besties, like that. We were tight.
Yeah, because you
And-
said you never came home to an empty house, right?
Yeah, never. Like it was always, it was nice too. Cause again, like say if I have children, they're not gonna come home to a relative. They're gonna come home to like a babysitter or somebody who eventually, a relationship will build hopefully. But like, you know what I mean? It's just, that was grandma though,
Yeah.
But anyway, so, and then my dad would come home. He would get off work before my mom and he would always like go to the store first, pick up dinner and like cook. Like again, cause he was always a cook in my family. Like, so he was like chefing it up. And then my mom would come home and like dinner was already made for her. And like he would make sure that we were fed. So I don't know. It was very, maybe that's why I like the structure. It was just, I think kids do well when there's a routine. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And I think that's like what I just appreciate. And I think that's why I'm so OCD now. Like 5 o'clock we eat in dinner, 10 o'clock we
You
go
do
to
love your
bed.
routines, yeah.
I do. But yeah, so I mean, I would like to have that. But again, with my job, it's like, well, mom's on duty for 24 hours. So like she's not coming home and cooking dinner like, maybe
Right.
dad is. So
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like
No.
some of the things you really do miss as a child and you're like, I wish I can give that to my kids because I appreciated it. But you
Right.
just do what you got to do though. Like obviously
Yeah.
it's people do different parenting styles all the time and it works out. So it'll
Of course.
be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I think you hit on there. It's key finding the right person, right? Who can balance things out and help you out. And you guys, as long as you guys are on the same page, right, about what you want to
Right.
achieve with your parenting,
Yeah.
then yeah, you can make it work.
Yeah.
People make it work doing your job all the time, right? It's been done before.
Yeah.
So
So do you feel
don't worry
like,
about it.
did you ever, I know for me, like, you ever like look up to your parents, but then obviously you get older and like, you're like, oh, like you see more faults. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get more, you gain more perspective, right?
Yeah.
When you're a little kid, you think they're the end all be all. They know
Yeah.
everything. They're perfect. Everything they tell you is truth, and
Yeah.
they're the greatest.
Yeah.
But then as you get older,
You're like, you're
Like-
also human too. Like,
Yeah.
you're also imperfect too.
well, there's the phases, right? There's like the adoration phase
Yeah.
of just being a child and loving your parents. Then there's like the teenage phase where you just crave independence and they restrict your independence, so you hate them.
Sometimes. I feel like my parents are pretty good. So, you asked about like restricting my kids and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
so were you restricted? It sounds like you were kind of like,
My parents are very strict.
really?
Yeah. So in high school, I did not like my parents.
But what do you
I'll
mean
just be
strict
up
though?
with it.
Because I feel like my parents were like they did a good job, but I wouldn't. Strict has a negative connotation with it sometimes, and I don't feel like they were strict. I just felt like I respected what they wanted, and to me, it made sense. Like, you know what I mean? To me, some kids are like, well, why can't I stay out at the mall with my friends? To me, growing up, I just felt like that makes sense. Stupid shit happens, even if I'm not doing dumb things. Like life happens.
So you were just smart.
Yeah, I think I hate
You
to
were a
say
smart
it,
kid.
but I think I would just
Yeah.
kind of like mentally mature in some ways where I
Yeah.
didn't fight back. Like I understand why. Like my mom one time she was like, "Oh, like I was staying in my pop-ups over the summer, and like with a friend, and like we would walk around the neighborhood, and she would be like, "Yo, like I don't want you just walking around the neighborhood, like just." And again, hello, we see all these stories about serial killers and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I see what she meant. Like, something stupid can happen, or even like a loose dog comes and bite. Like, just dumb shit can happen. But the thing is, it's not like she just didn't say like, don't have fun. She was just like, it just made sense. You know what I mean? And I didn't really fight it that much because I still enjoyed it. Like, again, I would still go out with my cousins, go riding our bikes and stuff like that around
Yeah.
the neighborhood. Like, so they gave me freedom. But whenever they had a preference, I guess you can say,
Yeah.
I respected it because I'm like, yeah, you're probably right.
Well, that's good. I mean, it sounds like you had a good relationship with your parents then. Like
Yeah,
a good
I
working
would say
relationship
so.
growing up.
Yeah.
And again, my parents are great. And looking back on it now, everything they did was obviously for my best interest and because
Right.
they cared about me and loved me. And again, I think I turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing too. Also looking back on high school, you look at, like I was a good kid. I got good grades. I was in honor society. I volunteered in the community. I was active in my church. I played sports. I got scholarships. I, got recruited for sports, all these things. Right. And then I'm looking at my friends who were the cool kids
Yeah.
and, they don't do all the things that I'm doing, yet their parents are out letting them run around till wee hours of the night. And I'm like, Ma, Dad, what's going on here? I want that too, and I do more. So like, 2 + 2 is not 4 here in my head, right?
But that makes so much sense. But then,
but
I mean, where are they
obviously,
now?
right? That's the thing, is the reason why they were harder on me is obvious. Like everything I did was a product of them being harder on me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So obviously I know that now, but at the time, I did not have the maturity or wherewithal to understand that. So I definitely butt heads with them a lot. Yeah, there were some tough years for sure.
Yeah, I would say like, so I remember like, I think I might have told this in one of the other episodes, but I remember like in elementary school coming home and having like a question about a math problem or something. And my dad was like a little, I wouldn't say strict, but he just, the tone of what he wanted you to do was sometimes like aggressive. And I'm like, and not physically aggressive, but just like, I'll give you an example. So like, I would be like, hey, like, I don't understand this problem. He was like, don't come home from school with questions. Like, you got that. Fight. Oh, you didn't get it.
Yeah. Nope.
Now it's over here. Anyway.
He's just trying to get on the show.
I know, right? Only if its name starts with an M. But anyway. But yeah, like, he's like, don't come home with any questions. Like, because we can't really help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know if we know how to help you with all this stuff. And yada, yada, yada. Like, he was like, if you have a question, you need to raise your hand. Like, and it was a little, like, but you, again, like, you see how I am, like, probably makes sense now. Yeah. But I was like, bro, like, all right, dang, like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was kind of like, you don't want to help me. You just think like you're in school, so that's what the school's job is, to help you. But
so when you were younger, you were saying like you didn't like that about?
I was just kind of like, dang, approach? Like, you ain't have to yell. Like, why are you so aggressive? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I asked a stupid question either. It's just like,
you're just asking.
I just want help. And you know, like, you grow up looking at TV, and sometimes in the shows, like, the parents help the kids with their homework and stuff. So I was just like, what the fuck? But it makes sense because I realized, like, later on throughout life, you need to, like, that's the time to ask those questions, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, handle, and it just really worked out well for me. Like, in school and everything, like, as I got older and at the academy and stuff, like, I just kept that mentality. Like, people might not be able to help you. Like, it sucks going back to your room after you just had class and being confused because now you're spending hours trying to look for somebody who can help you, or, you know what I mean? Like, asking them questions in class. And again, the way he went about it was a little, like, aggressive, but it, like, you know, I still appreciate it. You know what I mean? So
also, like, some high school math classes are hard, man. I couldn't do calculus 2 again. I don't know. I don't,
pretty much that's
derivatives, all that stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's long gone, man. Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right? I
haven't done that stuff in years. Do you?
A little bit. You just felt so smart, though.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, when you was killing that shit,
when you, like,
antiderivative, that's what it's called, right? Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, like chemistry, you was figuring out the.
No, honestly, I remember one of my exams in college. It was, you know, like a calc exam, and just looking at the paper after the exam, because you just write out all these formulas, right? And you're like solving all these problems, and it's only like 3 or 4 questions on a calc exam,
which was so
hard.
But
like takes you 2 hours, which is insane to think about. And then you just kind of like look at it and you look over the whole paper and you're like, wow, that's a lot of stuff there.
Like, I did that shit.
Yeah, right. It's kind of cool.
Okay, I'm teachable.
Or like writing papers too. I really like to write papers. I like to write in general. So it's cool to like see.
Like to write papers.
Yeah, I'm a liberal arts major. You know.
Yeah, me too.
You were?
Yeah, I kind of forgot that.
Yeah. Look at us, forgetting everything. We don't remember anything about each other.
I don't even know this man in my house.
Well, my new job is about to be writing a lot.
So Mike found out his new job. So
public affairs. So that's why we're so good at this.
Yeah. So what does that like consist of? Like, what do you think you'll be actually doing?
We can say that for another time because
we're
almost wrapping up. So we can talk about jobs.
Oh yeah, we do have to wrap up. Yeah.
But I'm excited about it, to say the least.
Yeah. So that's good. And you might be moving.
I will be moving for sure, but I don't know where yet. I'll probably find out this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to let you guys know where he goes.
We'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't like go to the cut like Wisconsin or Utah or some shit. That'll just.
Bro, I'm in the Navy. There ain't no bodies of water in Utah.
Saying.
I guess there's Salt Lake, but we don't.
But your job, it's not like you're on a boat though. You're not gonna be stationed. On a boat,
but like, I'm in the Navy though, so I'm gonna be at Navy commands, and there's only Navy commands near water.
No, there's not.
Okay, other than Chicago, which is on a body of water still, there.
Okay.
But it's still a body of water. What Navy base are you talking about that's not near a body of water?
Don't get an attitude with me.
There's literally none though. They're all near water.
All right.
right? Am I wrong?
can say that because I'm the Coast Guard. I'm on the coast. The
Yeah.
Navy be
No,
doing
you
some
guys
other
are
shit.
even more so
Exactly.
on water.
Yes.
But we're the same.
All right, cool.
Right?
All right. He's getting aggressive.
All right. I didn't know this was such
On
a
that
hot
note,
topic. On
it's
that
time to
note,
wrap it up.
follow us on
Neither of us have eaten
Instagram.
breakfast, so we're
Yeah. We're hangry, y'all.
we are.
Overcaffeinated, underslept, underrested.
Yeah.
What's the right way to say that?
We ain't getting
Fatigued?
no sleep. Really.
We ain't getting no sleep.
Fatigue,
Yeah. Anyways, Instagram, TikTok,
Yes.
follow us, Mike.mo.show. Check us out on YouTube at the Mike and Mo Show. Give us a like, subscribe, all of the things. Comment, shoot us DM. We'd love to hear from you guys. And anything else for him?
Nope.
Ciao.